We're back. Yo, these guys are gonna keep laughing in the background. Nick, what do we got here at the build table?
Head gasket. OEM only.
Yeah, but what do we got at the build table?
We got an MK7 Golf R that's getting fully built. That's gonna push 200 horsepower per cylinder. 200 horsepower per cylinder.
And we're back. And how are we gonna put 200 horsepower per cylinder?
Well, it all starts first with a fully built motor.
Okay.
So what we have here is a fully built short block.
Okay.
So pistons, rods. Then what we have here is valve springs, retainer, oversized valves, port job. Then it helps when you add the boost.
Oh yeah, that's all there, huh?
Yeah. So that's how it starts.
Okay.
And then it finishes with custom tuning. And we'll get to the fueling too.
And
This is
what
for,
engine?
This is for Irvin's car. So this is, you guys will see it. Tyler will put it down in the clip.
Yep.
This is for the really nice grayish, silverish, goldish
with the
MK7
carbon
Golf
seats
R with the
that
carbon
I think
seats.
we've seen. I think we did something on it. I can't remember. We made something about that car, but
Really?
yeah, we did something with it. I don't know. I don't remember if it was like a TikTok
So as you guys can see, this head gasket can only go on one way. Okay, so you really can't mess up here. See this port? Can only go on one way.
That's nice.
Then, once that's done, my friends, we're going to make sure the bottom of the cylinder head looks good, as I already wiped it off. Yep. So the bottom of the cylinder head's fresh.
Can I see it?
Here's all the oversized
wow.
valves.
Look at that, huh? And how do you know you're putting this on the right way, Nick?
So, the turbo, obviously, here's all the ports for the turbo, so you know you're on the exhaust side. So here's the exhaust side.
Okay.
Then we're going to line this up.
Drop it in.
And we're going to stick it on.
Cool.
Now what we're going to do is we are going to put these ARP washers on and then the nuts. So what we do is washers to the block right here. Okay. That goes on dry. Then on the top side of the washer, the bolt gets lube. So when the bolt spins and torques, it can't grab and twist, strip. So basically, washers to head, dry. Then it gets lubed with its ARP fastener assembly lube.
Okay.
It gets lube on top, and then we torque this down in 3 steps, final steps down to 80 foot-pounds. But it gets torqued down in 3 steps. Then the head will be torqued down. Then I will lube up the top side of the cylinder head, and I will install the exhaust side and the intake side, hydraulic lifters.
Okay.
And then I will put the cams in.
Sweet. We'll check back.
Okay, honey.
last piece on. Right here.
I like the blue valve cover.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, it is. Yo, Derek, do you know something about the color blue?
What's that?
Nick, tell us about the color
It
blue,
looks
baby.
purple to Martin. Is that what it is? Who's at the door?
Look at that steady hand.
Dude, it's looking good on there. Nick, so what are you applying?
Volkswagen RTV.
Why are you laughing
Yeah,
at?
throwing me
Oh,
I thought Tyler bumped you.
No. Volkswagen RTV, bro. We got
I
some
lost it.
VW RTV on deck. All right, Nick. Sealing it up.
I need a miracle.
Wow.
Hi, Derek.
Hey, Nick, your electric motor blew out on this. Gotta buy another one. I don't think Snap-on warranties this thing. Don't turn on anymore, dude.
They don't.
I'm busting your balls.
Dude, you look like an elf, one of Santa's elves with that little hammer.
Now, this won't hurt a bit.
Yeah.
He does have a little hammer.
Holy crap, what's all this? ABT. Dude.
And we're back.
Hey, Tyler.
Final piece going on?
Yeah, so we got the exhaust cam. The exhaust cam has these sliders,
Okay.
kind of like variable valve timing. If you could see here, the cam lobe, right? There's two steps to it. So it'll open the exhaust valve either more or less, depending on what the car wants. But that cam has to be inside the cylinder. It has to be inside the girdle cylinder head cover first. So these things go towards each other. So you put it in, and you lock these towards each other.
Yep.
Then
You can go ahead and slap it on. Let's see it.
I need a man. Let me see. Yes. Some up here. Here's these special titanium bolts.
Sweet. Looks good. What's the next step after this?
The next step. The next step is gonna be to. Oh, there's a little powder on that one. To time it.
Sweet. Thanks, Nick.
The next day.
And we're back. Nick,
Tyler.
looks like we got the turbo on here.
Yeah, it's just chilling. I just wanted to look at it, to be honest with you.
What do you got going on here?
We are timing it.
Okay. And what does that entail?
Putting nuts and bolts together. So right here is the balance shafts.
Okay.
So these right here are the balance shafts of the engine, and there's timing marks on them. There's timing marks on the chain. There's timing marks on the balance shafts themselves. And then right now we're lining it up to the crankshaft. So that's the balance shaft chain.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do the main chain, and then this one right here, this is the oil pump.
So we have the oil pump. It's gonna run up the main chain, the two up here. Sheesh, we got a lot going on, Nick.
Yeah, this
How do you
one.
feel?
Good. I'm good. This is the tensioner for this one. Want to see the tension? See this right here? Once I screw this in, so this right here. Once I screw this in, it puts tension on it.
Yep.
So
Sweet.
we'll get a picture of all the chains for you after.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, Tyler.
Give me a fudge.
Loser. Probably broken.
What are we doing over here, Nick?
This heater core line, you don't have to do this, but it's basically, since I'm doing like a wiring tuck on the car, I'm rerouting the coolant line.
Okay.
So instead of the coolant line usually coming from here and up over,
Yep.
we're gonna go down and around.
Oh,
so
nice.
basically you won't see this coolant line running over the manifold. So I
Cleaner look.
got heater line. But what I'm gonna do is I'm wrapping the heater line in a special fiberglass heat protective tape, just to give it an extra, just extra, you know,
Sweet.
heat protection.
Things are coming together.
How's it look, huh?
Looks good. How much longer do you think we got till we drop it in the car?
Well, it could be running tomorrow, but the problem is the guys over at Merit Fuel Injection need another week with the fuel injectors.
Oh, okay.
So it's gonna
Little
be a
setback.
bit longer, yeah.
That's right. It's looking good, though.
One eternity later.
Nick,
Yeah.
you got Irvin's car in the bay. How you feeling right now?
Well, we are currently using the lift. You know how we do. Use the lift to. So, the fully built motor for Irvin's car is finally done.
Cool.
The turbo's on it, Typhoon. We're going to be putting this on the engine, off the engine stand onto the engine table, getting the transmission on, getting it in the car. This car, instead of dropping it out the bottom, I took the front clip off and pulled it out the front, only
Okay.
because the amount of time that the guy spent aligning this Vercaline front subframe, I don't want to mess with the alignment at all.
Okay.
So a little different, a little bit longer, but when it's all said and done, it's going to be really nice. So we're going to get, we got the MPI harness in today, wherever it is. So we got the new MPI harness in today. We got the new wiring harness here. Everything's going to be new and fresh on this car because the previous shop before the wiring harness, it was just, it was butchered. And there was like wire splice and going into everything. So his tuner currently wants a new wiring harness on the car, which I totally agree with. So new wiring harness, new MPI harness. Injectors are at Marin Injection right now. The MPI and the DI, they're both being flow tested to make sure everything's good with fueling. Because when this car goes back in and goes on the dyno, we don't want everything perfect on our end. And then the tuner, it's his job to do a good job tuning it, and then it's back to the customer.
Sweet.
So yeah, let's get it on the table.
Let's do it.
Martin, let me get a pot! Pot! Ooh, he did it. He did it. Yeah!
All right, Nick. Nick, looks like we got the motor back up in the car here.
Me. Not me.
Nick, before we get into the engine going in, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Who went in your snap-on cabinet and stole?
That was Justin.
And
He didn't put it back, and now it's broken.
yeah, so
This
over
was
here.
completely full yesterday, and the little fat fruit in the office. ate the whole thing, dude. Literally ate the whole thing.
We got video proof of it.
We have video proof of it, and I'll find it.
Should
and
we show
you'll
the
link
viewers?
It. Yeah, you'll link it.
This guy.
Oh, what the?
Yeah.
All right, Nick, back to the motor.
I gotta pee.
And we're back.
You had a whole pizza.
No. I had 3 pieces. Toby, I think, had
Three
the rest.
pieces.
So the motor's in the car. We're gonna do the new wiring harness.
Yep.
We're gonna do the new MPI harness. We're gonna button up the bottom, and then the intake manifold and injectors should be in tomorrow. Once that's done, we'll wire it up, and then we can put the front clip on, and then this thing will be spinning all over the place.
What do you think? All right. Between the both of y'all right here, because you're both standing here. What's your horsepower guess? Wheel horsepower.
What size turbo?
All right, what's your wheel
It's a
horsepower guess?
Typhoon, so I don't even know.
Fully 85?
Fully 85. What's your horsepower guess?
I think it does run on full E.
650?
Yeah, I want 6.
So you're 6. You're 650.
We got another contestant.
Tobey, what's your horsepower guesses? Wheel horsepower on this thing that it's gonna make?
420.
More than that untuned Porsche.
I would ask Joe, but he's got his welding mask on.
Joe?
Joe? What? What's your wheel horsepower guess on the Golf R?
What are factories?
290? I don't know.
400?
Oh, God. Oh. All right, we'll have to wait and see.
Huh?
Oh, Martin, last one. What's your wheel horsepower guess on this Golf R? Everyone's taking a guess.
How big is the turbo? I gotta know how big the turbo is.
On fully 85.
We got fucking
It's a Typhoon, so I don't really know how big it is.
multi-port. I'm gonna say like 7.
Oh,
700.
You're gonna make Brett mad?
he went higher than Justin.
Dude.
You're gonna
Say
make Brett mad.
700.
I'm going to say 587.
605.
All right.
Fully 85 though. Fully 85.
Fully 85.
If he's
So
going,
7?
well, how
7?
many pounds of boost? Like there's things that we gotta know.
That's
here.
up to the tuner.
Like we gotta know these things. We can't just.
We're making guesses, okay?
You're at 7. Justin's at 650.
Joe's at 4. Tobey's at
4.
460.
Tobey's at 460 with a stock Porsche.
I'm at
And
587.
then I'm at
You're at 605.
I mean, the last Golf R customer that we had that dropped like 60K only made like 450.
Okay.
Hey, Nick! Back at it. I think we finally got the carbon Golf R. I'm going to call it the carbon Golf R just because like half of it's carbon.
Urban's car, yeah. I don't know where we left off, but I want to give you guys a huge update.
We left off pretty much this was in here and starting to be fully put back together. So let us know where we're at.
All right, so we talked about the transmission meeting with the motor and it being
Yeah,
in
it
the
was
car
all
and
in there.
everything like
Yeah.
that. All right, so the manifold's on, the MPI's installed, and then I want to talk about what I did here with the whole wiring tuck and cleaning
Right.
up the bay. So what we have here is we have the coolant feed. We have it going into the turbo and coming across the valve cover, okay, and it going into here.
Right.
But instead now, even pay attention to detail, black hose clamps instead of silver. Just
That's
clean
all right.
everything out. But this right here,
Yeah.
while the motor was out, this right here is ran with AMS heat tape that's ran all the way down around underneath the engine and into the turbo. So you're not seeing that at all. And then for evap, what we have for evap is from right here, okay, your evap purge line valve.
Yeah.
That line's going from here to the purge line, then back to here.
Okay.
So that's all deleted. Now that runs from here under the intake manifold to the purge valve, all. And then what we have here for the wiring harness to clean everything out, we have the wiring harness, the OEM wiring harness coming from here, going across the front, going all the way across this, meeting with all the oil pressure sensors, going across here, meeting with this, coming across and going back into the car. What we have now is that whole thing deleted.
Right.
The wiring harness ran here
Okay.
instead of here. So it's ran nicely here, and it's all OEM tape.
Yeah.
And then we extended the harness to meet to the wastegate actuator down here. So this wastegate actuator had to be extended because it's an IS-20 style,
Okay.
not an IS-38. So that's extended. Everything's ran. And then right here we have the new MPI with the new injectors. DI and MPI both were flow tested. Both are flawless. They're rebuilt from Marin Injection over in Oxford.
Awesome.
So the new harness is here. And then this right here, all these right here are going to get pinned into the ECU, and that's going to activate. That's going to activate the MPI.
Awesome.
And then what we're going to do is, it's not a ProFlex tune; it's an EQT tune, so we won't need the ProFlex wire going into the ethanol content sensor.
Okay.
We have his own ethanol content sensor, which he has ran into the car, so that he knows what ethanol is. Because when EQT's tuning, they're tuning on a Pacific level; they don't have flex.
Sweet.
So
Now, a quick question for you. I know this looks fantastic,
Yeah,
the
it's
wire
fine.
tuck. Is there any other benefit to doing the wire tuck? Or is it pretty much kind of just like a
it's pretty
cosmetic?
much, God forbid if you were to have to change the evap purge line or change the coolant line, it would be harder. It would.
Okay.
But it's pretty much cosmetic. The only thing that is easier is instead of all these ground straps, as you could tell, that each coil pack has a 10 millimeter hold down and a little pole off it, and each coil pack on pin 4 has a ground strap. Okay, I delete all that and I make my own wiring harness.
Yep.
For ground. So that's ran here. Okay. And people usually run them from here to here, but then you see it. So I
Right.
ran mine here. Okay.
Behind the
and then
back.
each pin 4 is connected to my grounding harness.
Okay.
So now the only thing about the wiring tuck that is definitely 100% easier for users is not only looking good, but to change your coil packs and spark plugs, all you have to do is literally unclick these 10 millimeters come off, the coil pack slides out, change your spark plugs, put them back in. You don't have to worry about all the ground straps constantly and everything like that. So I definitely simplified everything with the whole wiring harness. So this is a fully built motor. Obviously, you guys know pistons, rods, valve springs, retainers, port job. This is not the Vortex XL. This is the Typhoon. This is one of the biggest hybrids that we have done. This is one of the first EQT ones that we got sent. So we're gonna try this out. I mean, I'm hoping for 600 wheel on 85. That would be dope. If it's over that, great. If it's under that, you know, it is what it is. But let's just see what Ed over at EQT can do for this kid on tuning wise, on numbers. I did my part, engine build, turbo, everything installed, wiring tuck, and now we're gonna put the front clip on. We're gonna connect the radiator hoses, charge the AC system, and hopefully get first start tonight.
Let's do it. How do you feel, Nick?
It's good. It fired right up. Can you ask Justin for my Vacom cable?